Hello, hello. Good evening. Dude, it's almost Halloween. Woo! I got Mario Galaxy up and running. Oh, nice, bro. You playing it right now while you're watching stream? We changed the nano leaf light again in the office. Generally, the lights in the office, the strip, and then the lamp behind me, I generally keep at like standard warm, like 3,000 degrees Kelvin. Right? Like this. But when I stream, I like to choose a cool color. And I'm going to choose orange because of Halloween. Or how about this? Molten Sunrise. What does this look like? Oh, that's cool. It's like gradient. Nate Esther. Yep. Sweet, bro. What an awesome combo, right? Got my stream going, and then you got your Mario Galaxy going, bro. Perfect. How was everybody's night? Oops. Some Coke on the monitor. Sprayed. Coke Zero, you dingus, not cocaine. Come on, get with the show. Oh. I'll post what I had in Discord. Let me see. I'm gonna post what I ate in Discord. Then the link. Alright, let's see. Right here, baby. Check it out. Baka's Grill. Look at this, dude. Chicken karage? Look at that, dude. Mac salad, pickled onions on rice. Dude, the karage was amazing. Everything from how soft the chicken was to the breading, seasoning, dude, the marinade, sauce on top, the green onions, amazing, bro. And then, oh, I also got a spam musubi. Dude, you always gotta get a spam musubi. Any Hawaiian place you go, you can get whatever plate you want, but you always gotta get a spam musubi, bro. And they have 3 sauces here. This is like their pineapple jalapeno aioli or something like that. Then this is like their standard like teriyaki, their take on a teriyaki. And then this is like a spicy honey. I'm gonna describe it, but another sauce that's really good. Amazing, bro. Nate, what'd you have for dinner? You cooking up some Mario Galaxy for dinner? Is that what's for dinner, dude? Saving the galaxy. Top tenders. Oh, sweet, bro. What'd you get at Top Tenders? Dude, I really enjoy Top Tenders, Nate. I usually get sauced. And I actually don't even know if I've ever even had their plain tenders at Top Tenders. Let me see. Yeah, what I usually get. It's been a while, but here's what I do. Usually get the 4-piece tender, or is it? Or is it the 6? Or is it the 8? I think I usually do either 6 or 8. Depending on how hungry I am. But with the 8-piece, I get the do best of both worlds kind of thing. I usually either get I've gotten the Asian sweet chili, sweet and smoky barbecue, and I've had the Nashville hot. So I usually get like the sweet and smoky with the Nashville. And then for dips, dude, My go-to is the TT sauce and the Alabama white barbecue, boy. You get the garlic parmesan. Ooh. When they first opened up, was it back in 2018, 2019 when I first went there? You know, when they took over, what was it, the appetizer that was there? Usually do the 6, nice. They did not do coleslaw. They did mac salad, which was really good. It was some amazing mac salad, bro. Yeah, the one in Redondo Beach off of Manhattan Beach Boulevard is just down the street from my work. Yep, this location right here, bro. This is the one that's used to be that appetizer. If I'm not mistaken, do they still do a burrito? Let me see. Or was that limited time? What galaxy you on right now, Nate? Dude, they must do additional things on DoorDash that they don't do. Yeah, DoorDash must have additional things that they don't actually have here. Look. I want to be able to know it. It was the first time I've been there in over a year. I usually eat Popeyes now. Oh, do you go to the one where the old KFC was? Like Hawthorne Boulevard, PCH near Black Bear? The first Galaxy doing all in order. Nice. Yeah, check it out. You see this? Under their specialties. Top tenders, you see that? Let's see. Focus, bro. Come on. Look, specialties, a la carte burrito. Ooh. And it's actually nice to revisit after 5 years. Sweet. In other gaming news, they announced the those updates to the Animal Crossing. It was okay. I'm not a huge Animal Crossing person, but I do like Animal Crossing. But they have that Switch 2 update, which, you know, it's the paid updates. I guess we can all refer to that, you know, because there's like different levels of enhancements, right? That Switch 2 does. So I think there's 3 levels, right? That the Switch does to Switch 1 games. There is the paid update, or the paid enhancement, right? Which is like, you can either buy the game on Switch 2 if you don't have it. And the Switch 2 version has the the major graphic like updates, UI, whatever it might be, right? Maybe some DLC or something. Then there is the free updates, free enhancements, which they talk about, like for example here, where these versions don't enhance game list. Let's see. So here are the... Oh. They had it. Maybe it's this page. Okay, so here we go. I found it. It's on 2 different web pages, which is annoying, but here we go. It's the like Nintendo is we'll call them the paid updates, the paid enhancements, whatever you want to call them. I guess paid enhancements, or AKA Switch 2 edition games, right? If you don't have the game, you gotta buy it again on the Switch 2. I'm sorry. If you don't have the game, you just buy it on the Switch 2, like that. If you already own the game, then you pay for like the update. You know, so that when you play it on your Switch 2, it does like the whole enhancement, right? So we got Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Jamboree, Forgotten Land, Pokemon, Metroid Beyond, I guess. Okay. So those are the clear, like, major enhancements, right? Then they have, like, the free enhancements. This is like what I call like tier 2, right? We have like a tier 1 enhancement, right? Which you know we'll call the Switch 2 enhancement or whatever it is, right? Or if we would, we're making up new systems as we go. We could just keep it in terms of our community and my lingo, the tier 1 enhancements, which is the paid ones, right? Tier 2 is like significant updates, but they're free, or significant enhancements, right? Like here, like for example, Toad Treasure Tracker update includes optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2 display and for resolution, high resolutions for improved image quality, so HDR support, game share, right? Like for example, New Super Mario Bros. Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Optimized for Nintendo Switch display and high resolution TVs for improved image quality. So, yeah, these are probably going to be your jump from like... Yeah, these are going to be your classic jumps from Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Odyssey. Yeah, and let's see. I wonder if they actually have a detail like what they actually do with it. No, they don't. I guess we'll have to find on YouTube somebody who like actually does like a deep dive into. I don't know if it's got to be code or some sort of program that can tell you what the output resolution is, or FPS. Maybe that's how people are going to be able to do it, like objectively, like some sort of output program where it's like it tells you what output is, like in resolution and frame rate, and then yeah, that's how we'll know. So maybe some of these things could be, you know, because it depends on the game, right? Not every game was 720, not every game was 1080p, not every game was 900p. Like, every game sort of be at multiple resolutions. I don't think they're going to make every game enhanced up to 4K. So, like, if the game is playing at 1080p, then, depending on the game, the visual enhancement could be 1440p, or it could be 4K, right? Probably just depends how much they can get out of it without, like, any sort of degradation to the experience, right? Because not every game is going to be bumped up to 4K, because if some games are more like visually like visually intense, you know, sometimes those games are like, I don't know, sometimes they're at low resolutions. Like, it's easy to make a game like 1080p or 4K if it's like got not much going on. It's kind of a simple game. My understanding, it's a lot harder to upscale or do sort of graphical improvements on stuff that's got a lot of stuff going on. So something like maybe Toad Treasure Tracker might be easier to upscale to like 4K, you know, versus like Mario Odyssey, which is a lot more graphical intensive. I mean, it's just like Xbox or PS5, right? They tell you like some games, like when you have like you run at high fidelity or high frame rate. High fidelity, it might be like, oh, like it runs at 1440p, or runs at 4K. And every game has its own like sort of like resolution of what it considers high fidelity. So, in one game, if you set the high fidelity, again, it could be 1440p, it could be 4K. And then when you set it to high frame rate, it could be, you know, 1440p or 1080p, you know. So like, for example, like really intense games might be like, oh, the game's in 1440p for high fidelity, but if you want to play 120 high frame rate, it'll be at like 1080p or something like that, right? And then there's some games where it's like in high fidelity mode, it's able to play at 4K 60, but then like for high frame rate, like, you know, mode, it's like 1440p. So it's kind of, I think with like, depending on each game, it's like we'll find out what the enhancement actually does. But these are what we call like tier 2 enhancements, where it's like clear, like Nintendo's like, we have like done updates to make the game like look and run better. There is a tier 3, and tier 3 kind of came out like people like it's like the list of games that get enhancements. So like this, right? From my understanding, every game, no matter what, gets some sort of enhancement. From what I've read and what I've watched, and people explain to it, the minimum a game will get improved is load times. So if a game, because like for example, like you should be able, you could stick every Switch 1 game except a list of non-compatibles into a Switch 2, and even if it doesn't have an official enhanced update or a paid update, something at least happens. Something does, and at minimum, it's load times. So even if the frame rate's not improved, even if the resolution's not improved, whatever other, like the minimum from what I've been told is that like it will. Hey. At least it doesn't rule out Smash Bros. 8. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it actually gets an official, like a tier 2 enhancement, or just it's you stick it in and something happens. But yeah, I was watching some YouTube videos and like the minimum enhancement, because again, they're not. There's a grip of games that are not don't have an official update or enhancement, right? So tier 1 and tier 2 enhancements, again, it's what we're calling it here in the stream. These are clearly listed, right? And tier 1 is, again, paid. Tier 2 is free, but listed. Tier 3 is all the rest of the games that exist on the Switch 1 library. You stick it in and something happens. And a minimum from what I've read and seen is if it doesn't get a frame rate enhancement, a visual enhancement, or a frame rate stability enhancement, which is there's like there's a bunch of things that has a possibility of happening when you put in the Switch 2. The minimum is load times. So you could literally have a game, stick it in from the Switch 1 to Switch 2, and it won't get a resolution boost, it won't get a frame rate boost, won't get any FPS stability, but at minimum, it improves the load times in the game. And that's like day one. Day one, when the Switch 2 launched, like people were already testing out and going over each game in their library with a fine-tooth comb to be like, okay, and some was it like, subjective tests, like, oh, it kind of looks better, but I can't tell you what resolution it's at. So both like people that have sort of programs that can see the resolution output and frame rate have made videos, and people like on their own have sort of come out and be like, yeah, I've noticed right away, like, this is enhanced. And another form of enhanced visuals is not just frame rate, but draw distance. Like that was one thing in Mario Odyssey is draw distance. But I'm actually generally curious. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, for example, this.
With the Amex Gold Card, every meal is a reward.
The farm is fairly empty.
Like, look at this.
Things planted, and the game is running around 26 to 30 frames per second. Rarely hitting 30, quite consistently hitting around 25, 26. These problems persist in the overworld as well, where we're pretty much constantly 25/26 frames per second.
Like, for example,
Resident Evil
watch this.
6 is a very similar example. This game has an unlocked frame rate, so can reach 60 FPS, but it basically never does. As you can see in this scene here, we're usually under 30 FPS and only occasionally go over to around 32 FPS, but very, very rarely. And in the opening scene, it's actually drastically worse than that, reaching around 20 FPS, like sometimes mid-20s, but never much higher than that. So does Switch 2 iron all of that out? Well, let's start off with the less intensive scene, and yes, this is running at 60 FPS now. More than double what Switch 1 was capable of there. Just a locked 60, no frame drops, beautiful. And that more taxing scene, this one's a little bit more hard to judge because you can see there are dips to 40 there. But you also recognize that those dips happen when Leon blinks. So that's more
Ban
likely...
that bot, let's see. How quick are my mods? Oh, shit! Look at Mason coming in with the ban hammer, bro. Thank you, appreciate it, man. really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Frame data being unavailable in that moment rather than the game dropping frames, because when there's just pure action on screen, it is a lock 60, so I'd say that these aren't really frame drops. And sticking to Resident Evil, this is Revelations 2. And back on Switch 1, this is an uncapped game that does not come close to its 60 target. The footage here isn't even that intensive. This is one of the more easygoing parts of the game, but Switch 1 cannot hit 60 at any moment. Sometimes it gets relatively close, other times it gets pretty darn far. And as you guessed, Switch 2 does iron this out. This is a flat bar the entire time, always 60 frames per second. And this means the entire Resident Evil series runs at 60 FPS on Switch 2, or at least the uncapped ones. So Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Revelations 1, Revelations 2, all 60 FPS games. And that's awesome. The original Stalker PC trilogy came to Switch last year, and recently I heard someone call these ports bad, and I wasn't really sure why, because for the most part they're very stable. They look pretty good, they run pretty well, but there are a couple of moments where the frame pacing is quite bad. If you look at the frame time here, even though the frame rate is mostly holding 30, there are moments of frames persisting, which can make it feel like there's some judder. And is this fixed on Switch 2? Yeah, he's got a flat line the entire time. Those frame pacing issues do not exist, and the game does not try and budge from its 30 target. Even when things get really busy, you're still going to be getting 30 FPS the entire time. Not exactly a miracle.
Let's see, look at this. See, look at this.
Yeah, he's got frames persisting, which is pretty well, but there are a couple of moments where the frame pacing is quite bad.
Frame pacing, right? So I guess we're looking at the two different things here: the frames per second, and then the frame pacing,
the frame
right?
time here, even though the frame rate is mostly holding 30, there are moments of frames persisting, which can make it feel like there's some judder. And is this fixed on Switch 2? Yeah, he's got a flat line the entire time. Those frame pacing issues do not exist, and the game does not try and budge from its 30 target, even when things get really busy.
Now, see, this is an interesting update because while it's not a enhancement. While it's not a resolution or even a frame rate boost, it's just a stable, the frame time or the frame pacing he's talking about, right? Is stable, which, as you can see, again, the game's not running at a higher FPS. It's just that the frame time, it's the pacing. It's it's a smoother 30 FPS experience. So some Switch games just might get this sort of enhancement, which, in my opinion, that looks pretty good.
You're still going to be getting 30 FPS the entire time. Not exactly a miracle for an old PC game, but I think Stalker holds up pretty well visually regardless. Now let's take a look.
See? Kind of an interesting enhancement, right? Again, not a resolution boost, a frame rate boost, but more so just a stable, frame pacing, frame time. Pretty cool, right?
At Tales of Vesperia. And back on Switch 1, in the combat at least, this holds 60 FPS moderately well. It does drop a couple of frames, and there are moments where it gets a bit lower than that, but not for very long. I'd say this is solid for the most part. But then you look at the towns, and this is much less solid, hanging around mid-50s to low 40s. And then you get to the overworld, and it's just like this isn't very good at all. Very unstable and pretty low. Does Switch 2 resolve everything though? And the answer is yeah. So in the combat, this is now a lock 60 the entire time. In towns, lock 60 the entire time. And in the overworld, which is the biggest problem area, it is indeed a lock 60. So Tales of Vesperia is now 60 everywhere on the Switch 2.
Look at that.
Which is a huge bump.
That
now, the
is
other
a
Tales
big
games
bump.
aren't quite as lucky, as Tales of Symphonia is locked at 30, so Vesperia is the big one to look at here. So very nice results. Now, one of the most commonly requested games in the comments has been Astral Chain. And I've not looked at this yet because I thought the results would be rather boring, and they are rather boring. So Astral Chain is locked at 30 and doesn't budge that much. Sometimes it can drop a frame or two, and there are some specific encounters where it quite commonly drops those frames. And there are occasionally some frame pacing issues, but again, most of the time this game runs fine on the Switch 1. It's only just rare instances where the frames drop. And on Switch 2, it's a very similar story. It's a flat 30 the entire time now. But otherwise, there's not a whole lot more to write home about. This game can't hit 60 FPS without a patch. This is coded at 30. And so you basically just get a more flat-lined Astral Chain. And sticking on the Platinum Games front, because we've looked at Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3, which are both now locked at 60, what about Bayonetta Origins? This is also rather highly recommended. And this game, for the most part, doesn't really drop frames on Switch 1, and it's another 30 FPS capped game. There are occasionally issues with the frame pacing, but again, they're pretty rare. And on Switch 2, it's the same story really, just a flatline 30, not a very exciting one. So there's just 2 highly requested games out of the way. Let's get to more exciting results.
See, some stuff does not get major enhancements, but they're there.
With Pokemon Unite, our tools are not needed because the game itself has a frame rate counter right here in green in the top right. And as you can see, it holds 60 most of the time, but whenever there's a large group of Pokemon, it can get to the mid-40s, it can get lower than that. This game definitely outpaced the Switch 1 with all its updates. And on Switch 2, it is locked at 60 the entire time, doesn't matter what is going on. And interestingly, because this is a cross-platform game between Switch 1 and mobile and Switch 2, Switch 2 loads basically faster than anyone else in the lobby, so you can tell who else is using a Switch 2 by the load times. Most of the time you'll just be chilling there with a full bar, while everyone else is still loading. And just the menus in general are way more pleasant to navigate on Switch 2 than they are Switch 1. They're very laggy, very...
Let's see.
Now,
I made this kit for women that want to try makeup.
Sorry, I mute ads not because I think they're annoying, but also because if they use like music, I don't want to copyright strike.
Recommendations. The Crash and Spyro games were very highly recommended. So let's start with the Insane Trilogy, and honestly, it's fantastic on the Switch 1. The resolution is rather low, but the frame rate doesn't really drop from 30 FPS, and the frame time is just constantly pretty clear. These are really good Switch 1 ports. And the Switch 2 can't really do a whole lot more with that. It can't make it 60 FPS. This game isn't even 60 on PlayStation 4 or PS5. Activision just haven't patched it for whatever reasons. There's not really much hope that this is going to become 60. So unfortunately, while the results are good for Switch 1, it doesn't do a whole lot for Switch 2 because this is just stuck at 30. And Crash 4 is very similar to that. This is a bit more impressive for the Switch 1 because this is an Unreal Engine 4 game with a lot more going on, a lot busier scenes, but it rarely drops from 30. There are a couple of moments where the frame time graph does have some spikes, and the Switch 2 does resolve those. This is a flat bar the entire time, so there are marginal improvements, but for the most part, Crash 4 and Insane Trilogy don't really change between Switch 1 and Switch 2. And to keep giving the people what they want, here is Spyro Reignited Trilogy. And this one's definitely a bit more rough on Switch 1. The frame time graph is very spiky, and when you do certain effects you are going to drop the frame rate down to around 27 FPS. But it does spend most of the time locked at 30. It's really the frame time graph which gives the illusion of judder. But it's a pretty smooth game all in all. And Switch 2 is not saved from the judder, it's less persistent, but you are still going to see some judder in the frame time graph. Definitely a lot better than Switch 1 was, but it is not free from it.
Interesting.
Although back in Switch 1 it's pretty much always happening, whereas Switch 2 is only occasionally happening. And unlike Switch 1, the frame rate did not drop from 30 FPS. It occasionally tries to be 31 or even 32 FPS, but it's never going to go down from 30. So an improvement, but not really much of one. And a game that I really wanted to check out was Harvestella. This is an excellent game. I've played around 20 hours on the Switch 2 because it's just a great chance to re-experience the game. And Switch 1 does have a few performance issues. Even when the game is hitting around 30 FPS, there is some frame time judder. But when on the farm, the game cannot hit a constant 30, especially when you've got a lot of crops on screen. Right here, the farm is fairly empty. There's a few things planted, and the game is running around 26 to 30 frames per second. rarely hitting 30, quite consistently hitting around 25, 26. These problems persist in the overworld as well, where we're pretty much constantly 25/26 frames per second. Definitely not ideal. And Switch 2 does iron absolutely everything out. This is a constant 30 in the farm, in towns, in dungeons, in the overworld. You're not really going to get any drops in the frame rate. And I also decided to check out a slightly busier farm. And we're ending off with Wolfenstein 2. And this game is actually a lot more stable than I remember it being. This is one of the last levels in the game. It gets quite busy at times. And we are hitting 30 FPS with basically no drops. Every now and then there's a frame drop or two, but it never gets that bad. And there are more busy moments in this game, like New Orleans, where it can get much lower than this. But in just general gameplay, you're not really going to expect very many frame drops. It's a surprisingly stable
Speaking of
Switch 1
Wolfenstein,
game for how
that's a
ambitious
franchise
it
I need to
is.
play through.
And the same is true on Switch 2, just 30 FPS all the time. So I think this is actually way more impressive than it gets credit for. But it is quite a blurry game. So is the image quality better on Switch 2 than it is Switch 1? Let's take a peek. And I think the answer is yeah. It seems that Switch 2 is using the higher end of dynamic resolution scaling, so Wolfenstein 2 does look better on Switch 2 than it does Switch 1, even if the frame rate is still pretty much consistently 30 FPS the entire game. So again, not the most exciting result, but a great result for image quality. And those are 25 more Switch 2.
We'll have to check back to see what other,
I think...
Switch 2 for one. So yeah, we'll have to check back and see what other games have been tested. But yeah, as you can see, it's like most of the enhancements, like as-is enhancements, right? Get either a frame rate boost, so like some of those Resident Evil games get up to like 60, right? Or games will just, if they're locked at 30, if they had a struggle of staying at 30, then the Switch 2 just makes sure it stays at 30. Or like what we've seen, if the game is already playing pretty good at 30, but it's having some frame like time or frame pacing issues, then the Switch 2 at minimum just stabilizes that 30, which again is like seems like the lowest of like not much of enhancement, but something happens. So yeah, it goes back to the point I was saying, is it like these like tier 3, like just pop the game in, no update, nothing, just the Switch 2 just via emulation just plays the games as is, and in the sense of like no official update, you put it in and it plays the game better. Interesting. But anyways, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to play that Dake 30 same game, that Japanese exclusive that came out on the Satellaview on the Super Famicom, and was also like an exclusive, apparently they had a physical edition that was like a display or promotional one in some game stores in Japan. So anyways, yeah, let's take a quick break and then we'll be right back to play some of that Mario, and then at some point maybe play some Battlefield 6. But yeah, thank you all for hanging, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. I appreciate you being here so far. Thank you for the support, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Alright, BRB. Okay, we back. Let me see. Alright, so before we hop into the next Mario game we're playing tonight, Undake? Right here. This one. Undake 30, same game. Undake 30, same game, also known as Undake 30, same game Daisakusen Mario version. It was a puzzle game developed by Hudson Soft that was released in '95 in Japan for the Super Famicom. It is a variant of the tile matching puzzle game, same game, with graphics themed to the Super Mario franchise. The game can be controlled with either a standard joypad or a Super Famicom mouse and is similar to the card game Monte Carlo. The game centers around a large playing field composed of random arrangement of Mario heads, coins, Yoshi eggs, fire flowers, and super mushrooms. If two or more icons of the same type are connected vertically or horizontally, the player can move the cursor and double-click to make all the connected icons disappear. The icons above then fall down, potentially allowing the player to clear even more icons. There is an undo move that allows the player to take back the last move and move back as far as wanted. Once the entire grid is clear, the game ends. However, if the player ends up in a situation where no two icons of the same type touch each other, a game over occurs, as the player is unable to make any more moves. The ROM cartridge is a promotional release. It was given to stores to display and to winners of game tournaments as a prize. See? A more standard release was in the form of a Satellaview download, which was broadcasted Mondays, 5:30 p.m., and was accompanied by an Undake 30 radio show starring Sugiyama Kazuko, the voice of Bomberman. This program aired until '96. So yeah, dude, look at this. The physical game is extremely rare. As you saw, it was like given to game stores, bro. And then if they won a tournament, they would get that physical edition as a prize. Like, let's see here. Let's see, dude, on eBay. Let me see. $660, dude, for this one. Oh, it ended. Okay, here's one for $342. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this game is rare, bro. Look at it. And look at the price. Anywhere from in the 300s to the 500s to this one was 600. So, yeah. Physical edition again. It's you couldn't go buy it, bro. Promotional release. It was given to stores to display, bro. It was on display, and to winners of game tournaments as a prize. So, I'm guessing what they had a tournament with the game. If you won, you get it. But, dude, that's how rare the physical version was. Japanese have weird taste in puzzle games. They sure do love their puzzle games. And then again, it says here a more standard release was in the form of a Satellaview download. So, yeah. If you couldn't get your hands on winning one in a tournament, the other option was to play it via the Satellaview. But what's wild is after the Satellaview broadcasting ended in '96, it's like your only option was to go find one, bro. A physical one somewhere else, like from somebody who won a tournament, or if a store still had one as a promotional thing, man. That's wild. That's really cool, though. But I'm glad for archiving and emulation, because that's what it's all about. Being able to play games like this that are, like, basically, like, almost lost. But let's see. Um, let's see. Retro. There's no YouTube. There's no YouTube category I can put this in. Same with, but just keep it a retro. But anyways, let's get into playing, shall we? Pause the music and get to gaming, dude. Before we get into it, has anybody even heard of this game? It's new to me, but I'm just curious if anybody's like has actually known about this, and it's not news to you, because it's news to me. Here we go. This is what the cover art looks like. Alright, let's boot her up, shall we? Pretty cool. Pretty cool title screen, huh? 95, bro. 95. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Okay, here we go. As you can see, look at the hand. And we're using the 8-bit SNES controller, D-pad. Okay, let's start with the eggs. I guess let's start with the most first. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder if we should like go all around just looking for the most first and then see what things look like towards the end. Okay. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Oh, gee. See, that's the issue right there. Look at that. Oh, man. Okay. I am not good at games like this. These are the kind of games that, like, your mom downloads for, like, free on the App Store. These style puzzle games really are giving free download App Store vibes. Bro, what do you think I could do? Yeah, that was a frick up. Oh. That's it. Score 358. Dude, I honestly don't even think this has like a campaign. It's just see if we can clear it all. Okay. Ooh. Ah, dang it, that flower, dude. Take a break from that side. Let's see what else we got over here. You know, I'm enjoying the graphics, like the style, sound effects. Game's kind of fun, actually, though. Even though it's kind of simplistic, it's actually kind of cool. But again, I am not good at games like this. It's like stuff like Allie's good at. Oh, I should have got those coins. Oh, man. 369. Wait, is that a little higher than last time? Okay, just the big boys first. Whoa! Whoa, look at that one, dude. Holy moly. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, look at that. Whoa! Ah, wait, no, it wouldn't have mattered. The mushrooms were still divided. Oh, here we go. Firefly, look at this. Boom! Oh, look at that, dude. There we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Hey, there we go. Hey, look at that. Aw, dang it. No. Yeah, we are, we're not getting this one. Hey, but look at that, dude! 733! That was a good run. Yo, look at that. Boom, look at that, dude. I feel like we're playing a little smarter. What do you think? I went from just like a dingus that was just selecting any of them, whether it would just be two. So, ooh, this one. How about this one? Ooh, how about this one? You gotta kind of think ahead a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, look at that. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that didn't do much. This might be the last one. Let's see. Okay, I guess not. Wait, how's my score 362? I thought they were really good there. What in the world? Okay. Try it again. Dude, when the song starts, it sounds like freaking messed up cassette player or record player. Boom, how was that? Look at that. Hey, there we go, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, wait, that works out. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh. We'll get one more out of it. 380? Dude, how are we... What am I doing wrong here, bro? Boom. Yeah, we'll take that. Take that. Take that. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Okay. Okay. Worse. Oh man. Oh dang it. Oh, look at that. Oh. 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 Wait. Everybody. Okay. What we got? What we got here? What we got here? Man, look at this. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh man. $20 left? Practice makes perfect. That's right. I don't even know what I'm selecting at the top. I don't know what those 3 selections are. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah. Boom, shakalaka. Ooh, yeah. Hey, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man. Dang it. Come on. Hey, I'll play with you some other time. Oh, man. Score is 371, but I had 22 left. If you match more, you get more points. This gives me a vibe. It's mixed between casinos and Chuck E. Cheese. All right. Let's just end it there. Played for about like 20 minutes or so. It's a fun game. Honestly, that was fun. I mean, again, not the kind of game we're going to be really. There's only a first player campaign, so it's kind of one of those things we just play over and over again, like an arcade game. We talked about. Or again, when it has no single player option or some sort of round option or even a campaign, it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's a high score game. We just play it for a duration and then say, "Hey, we played it." Which this is one of those games. Just a high score game. So I would say we got the gist of it, right? Okay, what's next? On the Game Boy, Mario's Picross. I don't think I've played any of the Picross games. I gotta figure out how those work. How many more do we got until 64? Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. Assuming all 12 are going to be playable and not have any issues, I foresee 2 games that might give us problems. Stella Q on the Satellaview and Super Mario Attack on the arcade, an obscure Japanese arcade machine. So, we will see. Might end up being just 10 games, but dude, we're almost to the Nintendo 64 era, man. Dude, having started out with Ball on the Game & Watch, man, back in 2021, which Nate, you didn't come until Donkey Kong Jr., I believe. Nate, I appreciate you being here since pretty much the beginning. Anyways, let's transition to playing some Battlefield with Chris and Steph.
I was on the stream.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, wait.
Hello?
Oh, that was my fault. My volume was down.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sweet.
Getting my peripherals set up.
Where'd you guys go eat tonight?
A place called Plank. It's on Sutter Street in Old Folsom. Yeah, typical kind of American gastropub-ish restaurant, more restaurant-ish than gastro pub.
Speaking of
More gastro than pub.
Speaking of gastropubs, are those already not a thing anymore? Are they all slowly shutting down?
Pretty much.
We have a burger. We only make it one way. If you ask us to make any changes, we kick you out. The father's office. What was it? John asked for an extra side of aioli, and their programming was glitching out.
I only went there once. Did you go there?
I think just once. Maybe 2014, 2015.
Who was there? Was Greg there?
Yes, and John and Kevin and maybe Allie too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things where it was really crowded, and while the burger was good, to me it was I don't know, the stress and the drive did not outweigh the experience of the burger, no matter how good it was.
Yep.
I did love Sophie's, and I loved Uzi's. What was the Shamelage gastropub?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophie's was good. That was the best iteration in that area.
Yes,
And
the
then-
map and cheese, which they were absolutely dumb forever
Mac and cheese.
getting rid of. But that was the whole thing of gastropubs. It was hey, here's something. Oh wow, I really like it. I want to get it again. Hey, can I get this? No, we don't have it anymore. Why?
Never again.
That was gastropubs. It's an always changing menu. It's okay, well, kind of cool to an extent, but also then I can't have anything I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's blindfold me and smack me around, and I guess I have to guess what I'm eating.
Try verify my shaders, Daddy.
I had Faka's Grill, that Hawaiian place. That's the best.
Yeah, look good.
Probably the best Hawaiian food I think I've ever had. It's it's a step up from L&L's in terms of quality. Because it's small menu, dude. It's like an In-N-Out. It's they have 3 things, a handful of things, and they do them extremely well. And it's just when you're eating it, I don't know, it's just the quality of the food is it's intense. There's you could taste the detail and how good it tastes. That's it makes the difference between mid food and good food, is that you can taste the details and how good it is. Yeah, it's over. There's this. It's called the Enclave over in Torrance. It's kind of by the Skechers headquarters, but it's kind of a place where it has Steelcraft kind of vibes.
Yeah.
So they're in there, a shared space. Really good. Did you see that Alex Rudiger is playing for Trivium now?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he made,
He's gonna play for one tour and then quit.
I think he might,
Do nothing again.
dude, he actually might end up becoming their drummer. It was something he posted, and he was talking about how I guess he had the opportunity to join Trivium back when Good Tiger first started out, and he felt bad because of like Good Tiger was like just starting out and taking off, and he was like going to be really upset. He was afraid to like upset everybody, and I guess like LA people were like, "No, dude, you should totally do that." Like, you know, they're like an established band, like bigger than us, kind of thing. And he just like felt bad and was like, "No, I can't do it. It wouldn't feel right." And he was saying that like he regrets that decision to this day. So, but now that it's come full circle, like he's joining them. Yeah, I guess like he like really had the opportunity like to be their drummer, like they're like not just touring but their drummer, and so he's on tour with them now, and I'm guessing he might become their drummer. I mean, he's insanely good.
No, he is the best. Like, there's no question about it. Like, I think Good Tiger's a good example because they're not overly technical. They went with a more kind of standard, modernish rock vibe, right? But like Good Tiger with Alex versus without is like completely like different.
Yes.
Like, I do not like that album, first album where they don't have Alex Rudiger.
Right.
And he just the way that he is, the way that he drums is just completes that band.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Travis Orban. Well, actually, you know what's funny is he was Travis Orban's student, but he's like that level of like kind of playing, like almost like virtuoso kind of. So like if he plays and lays down tracks, it's like gonna be hard for the next guy to play the same stuff.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, you can. I'm in lobby. Go ahead and join up on these. Is Steph playing, or is she gonna take a break tonight?
Are you playing, Lila? He's hopping on.
Okay.
Oh, it's 7-11. I just saw you play. Pull it in.
Hello.
Hi. Those reindeer.
Right, so look at the IAR. I gotta see if we can start kitting that out.
Yeah, start leveling that thing up.
I liked it. I didn't hate it.
Did you try switching between semi and full auto at all?
No, I usually do. I'm pretty good on my trigger finger.
Yeah. Got an itchy tricky thingy. What is that from?
That was so funny how you said it, dude.
Why?
Dude, I was the other day I was thinking about that one video of that dude that like walks up to the car and starts like snacking. Everybody was like he's eating via Bluetooth.
Oh yes. That can't be faster than that, buddy.
It's like, yeah, it looks like he's eating via Bluetooth. It's like, is this a damn Sora? Say this is a Sora video, dude, right now.
Yeah, we didn't know it then, but that's why he looks like that. It was just an early alpha
Sora, yeah.
video.
I don't know if you like read any of like the updates they were talking about like in the game like a couple days ago, but you know, the game tries to be a little bit more. It's not like milsim like Arma, but it's like somewhere in between Arma and like COD, right? And they try to reward players with not using full auto, meaning like burst fire like at range. Like the only time you should be using full auto is like you turn a corner and someone's right there. Like sure.
Yeah, they are blast.
Yeah, they are. Blast them. They start shutting down all the switches on the Death Star.
Looks like how you playing.
What happened? But yeah, they're trying to. That's why like you can't shoot beams in this game. I don't know if you saw it, but there's no recoil pattern like most games are. Like most games, like you'll see like if you like go to a wall or something in like Call of Duty, and you just hold down the trigger finger, you'll see like as like the gun like moves with the recoil, like the bullet like the path it leaves on the wall, it'll be like a up, then like jerk to the right, and then kind of go up again. In this game, it's RNG, so it's random. So like you're not you can't like get down the full auto. Like you won't be able to like dial it in and memorize it. That's how like like pros like when they play some of these games, like they memorize the recoil pattern and then they like move their mouse with the anticipated recoil pattern like as it's like rising up. But in this game it's like it's RNG, it's like as the barrel starts to overheat and the bullets just start going like everywhere. But yeah, it's supposed to help deter from doing that like at long range. That's why like dude in Call of Duty Warzone, it's like people go full auto and they're shooting like beams at you.
Right.
Dude, I'm stupid. I was trying to launch Battlefield 6.
You're trying to what?
I was trying to launch Battlefield 6 like an idiot. Wait, no, actually I was right. I'm so confused.
What was it doing?
Wait, no. Okay, which one are we playing?
Battlefield 6.
Oh, then I was right.
Yeah.
Well, it says I have to download it.
Yeah, because there's an update.
Dang, dude, I got so confused just now. Because usually I always press Battlefield 6, but for some reason since it said, oh, I needed to download it, I was like, oh, maybe it's the wrong one. And
Right.
it's 2042, but I don't know. Well, 3%. It'll take a while.
No problem. I'm just messing around in the range right now.
No problem.
Problem.
No problem.
I wish they had a long range.
Oh, you mean like just shoot like the battle rifles and stuff?
Well, yeah, so I could test like your 10x scope and bullet drop and things like that.
Yeah. In the build you're doing now with the IAR, are you running it with like the assault class or another class?
Assault.
Are you using two primaries? Like, are you using the M14 as well, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I unlocked the that ×6 that clear scope or clear sight. It's like on the third row and like third from the left. But it's a ×6 and it has like the more of like a clear sight, like almost like a T. Because the other 6 is like it has almost like a kind of looks like a hollow.
Right.
So it's like the half circle with the red dot in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this one better because you can be a little more precise. I feel like with the big red dot in the middle, just kind of when it's over somebody, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where it's at.
You got a friend in me.
Yup, yup, yup.
You got a friend in me.
Steph, what did you get tonight at the restaurant?
Salad.
A what?
A beet salad.
Okay. A lean dinner.
Yeah, with salad.
Nice.
And then a pumpkin creme brulee.
Mm.
Great.
What's your percentage out for the download now? How much?
14.
Bro, that cannot be right. Oh, wait, never mind, but Chris is playing on NVIDIA's servers. So they got a 3 terabyte, 4 terabyte internet over there.
Oh, we got. Oh.
But mine was already downloaded from the other night.
Oh, okay, okay.
Why did you do that? Why did you do it to mine?
Well, so it must have done it automatically because I don't remember it doing this. I didn't do anything. So either it already did it in the background or it's doing it from the video side. I don't know.
Yeah, NVIDIA's got a 4 gig internet. That was like Shadow PC. It was like a insanely fast. It was like over a gig upload download. Do you I feel like we ran this last time. I feel like it shouldn't be that slow, but how much storage do you have left on the drive that it's saved to in Steam? You right click on the drive and go to properties and just see how many gigs out of how many gigs it's filled up. Just to make sure it's not like it has 3 gigs left and it's like at a standstill kind of thing.
System?
Yeah, so right click on Windows, the start on the bottom left, go to File Explorer, and then we figured this out last time. You have 2 drives. One's like a hard drive. One's like the solid state. I'm guessing you only have 2, right? C and something else. So excluding the USB drive, what do you have? You have and what? You said local disk?
Yes.
New volume should be, I'm guessing that's the Windows one. Does it say C next to it?
New volume says E.
E. Well, where's your C at? Which one's C?
Local disk.
And that one is the solid state one where it's installed on, right?
Yes.
Okay, then right click that and go to properties and see how much free space, use space is on there. Look for the gigabytes.
90.1 gigabytes.
How much is free?
90.1 gigabytes.
Okay. How big is the update? No.
Oh, that thing. 38.3 gigabytes. It says my network peak is 494.5.
Go down that power down procedure until you get a delta of 10 amps, over. Roger, thanks.
You hear it?
Mhm.
Oh, you can't move.
What's up?
It's the helicopter again.
Oh, weird.
Oh, look.
Some reports are saying it's a 30 gig update. Some people are like it's like 80 gig. There's no way.
I'm looking at it right now. It says 38.3.
On the progress bar, right?
Yeah.
And what's it at now?
100%.
Huh?
Looks like we ain't playing today.
I think they were saying too that like with sniping, like if you have like a sniper rifle and use it with like some like a recon class, that you have those like natural attributes that you have like a better, like it says like here like better like proficiency. So I'm guessing like with like sway and like accuracy, it's like just better as recon. Meaning like because you can use like a sniper rifle with the assault class, but with recon, that class like is able to play a lot better with that gun.
Right.
Oh, wow. Good.
6%.
How much?
26.
Oh gosh. What the heck? Is something wrong? That seems so slow though, for like 30 gigs? It seems like it should be downloading faster than that.
Like when you do a speed test, what did you say? Yeah, you did good.
It's just slow. It should be very fast. Right?
7%.
Like we talked about this before, but do you guys have a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz option with your net?
No. No.
I'm gonna uninstall the Sims. How do you uninstall games?
I had it here and I deleted it. Right. It is different. Oh.
Alright, let's try something to determine what you're using for a network. So on your Wi-Fi icon,
I'm gonna also uninstall Streamlabs. Like, do that?
no, but that's not why it's slow.
So small. Yeah.
Your computer will only be slow if you're you're in the red, like only under 10 gigs left. That would probably affect like how slow your computers are, but yeah, other things existing is not doing it. But click the Wi-Fi icon on the bottom right side should be, and click on properties. Probably right click. Bring up properties.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then you should see like a network band. Either another tab for properties or a network band. You see that from clicking right on it. When you're clicking on it, what do you see? Right, when you're right clicking on it.
Network profile, public, private, random hardware, address, meters connect, IP settings, property.
For properties.
Okay. I can't click on it, it's just telling me properties right here. My SSID, network band, 5 gigabits, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna connect real quick. Give me permission. On Parsec. Back on the desktop, you see it?
Yes.
You should see it in accepting on the bottom left, probably. On Parsec.
Oh, I see.
And then give me permission with the mouse and keyboard on the left side. Put that mouse keyboard grayed out stuff. So it is on 5G. Do it again. What?
Not bad.
Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, question: when you boot up Battlefield 6, what you were talking about, did you accidentally boot up something else too at the same time?
This.
I by accident pressed
2042. Okay, and
It's
you just
fine.
canceled it, right?
Yeah.
But you didn't boot up 6 and then cancel that out quickly, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes you can get finicky with stuff like that. Gosh. 33.
So
It's not that slow.
Say it again?
when you download it,
No,
is it
no.
fast?
30 gigs should be over in like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, maybe under a minute.
Let's Google why.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. Like I said, I would just start with connecting the computer directly to over Ethernet. Start there in terms of troubleshooting or internet stability stuff, and then, you know, go from there.
What if she cancels, restarts the computers, and tries it again? I feel like we
Sure.
did that last
Just,
time.
why not? At this point, only 32%. Might as well.
It says that it could be a server load, computer's hardware struggling with the download.
They just restart the PC and try again.
Restart it. It shouldn't be that big. People are still playing on 1080s, so nah.
Yeah, my brother's playing on a 1070.
He said David's playing on a 1070. When NVIDIA was just a twinkle in the eye of the stock market.
Yeah. You can actually do a hardware survey with Steam, and it tells you like PC video cards by manufacturer. So, if you, let's see, percentage. What the heck? The jellyfish? Yeah, it seems like here's like the top cards. Cody the Wolf, why does it sound like the main character from Naruto just went full hail? What's up, Cody? The top cards are like a 4060 laptop GPU, a 3060, a 4060, a 3050, 1650. Yeah, people were playing with like really low end cards. AMD Radeon graphics, was that an integrated graphics card? 4070, 2060, a 1060. These are like the top. Yeah. This is like why sometimes they tell people like on the PC Master Race subreddit to go touch grass, like that most people are not playing with like high-end cards. Most people are playing with like mid lower and older cards. It's been 87 years. Yeah, like Interstellar, dude. Like I've been waiting on the space station while you're down at the planet near the black hole. I got a 3050. Yeah, see? My brother's on a 1070, dude, from like 2016, 2017.
So like downloading data, like it's faster than uploading files. So the updating file is what's taking forever.
Yeah, dude, people are playing with low-end graphics cards. Like the most popular is like a 4060 on a laptop, like 8 gigabytes of VRAM and 1080p displays. That's like the hardware survey of like everybody in the world playing Steam. It's like that's the top most popular right now. Is people playing on a 4060 laptop. Oof, when I thought a 1650 was super meh.
Probably.
I'm very confused.
What? What happened now?
It's like going worse.
Jesus, what the? %, 34%, 33%.
When was the last time you did a like a hard reset on the router? Like unplugged the power and like waited like a few minutes and plugged it back in?
What's that?
You know when the last time you did like a hard reset on the router was? Like unplugged it and plugged it back in? Like the power.
Going dark for a second.
Oh, man, sometimes sitting too long in the chair hurts my nuts. What have you been up to, Cody? How's work and everything? Are you still doing security guard work? Yeah, look at this. Most people, bro, are like on old GPUs, man. Don't need to chase the dragon. RTX 3080, hey, that's what I have. In May, it was 1.84%. Now it's down to 1.70%. It's because what people are selling their 3080s and upgrading. Let's see. We go to Best Buy, right? If I was ever gonna buy a video card, it'd probably be in person. I've just been kind of like weary of buying like a over $1,000 video card, having it delivered. What a 4090? They still 4090s? Hey, look at this. Founders Edition. For 1,000. 5070. Oh, the $600 range. $5070 Ti. I think at that point, if I'm paying $800, oh wow, 5080 has about as much VRAM as a 5070 Ti. As I was about to say, is that if I'm spending that much money on a 5070, I wonder if just $200 more might just be worth getting a 5080. Because again, I've talked about this before, but a mid-gen refresh is what I've been wanting to do on my computer. You know, because I have a 3080, so I don't think I would ever get a 90. 4090, 5090. I think I would stick to a 5080 or something, right? I kind of would like this build to last another 5 years if I can. A 10-year build, right? And just upgrade the video card at least. Like, so far, upgraded the RAM from a 32 gig to 64. I've added storage. That's about else. Nothing really upgraded. But I've wanted to upgrade the card at least. So I'm just curious if I should do a mid-gen refresh with the 50 series or 60. I don't know. Like, do I wait? Series. Early 2025. It'll probably be 2027 before a 60 series comes out, right? Seem to be on like a... the 40 series. 2022, yeah, late 2022, I remember that. It sort of launched right around the time, I remember, of Modern Warfare 2. Like fall 2022. So yeah, seems to be about a 2 year. Every 2 years seems like they launch their new series, so it'll be about a year that we're into the 50 series, and I'm almost just curious because again, like I kind of just want to match with what I got, but like I'm afraid to like wait too long that I feel like some major bottlenecking might happen if I like wait till like a 60 series or something like that, 70 series. So I almost wonder if like a mid refresh. The 50. Yo yo. Hello.
I'm supposed to go out with Allie. Send me back.
Oh, okay. What's
Oh,
going on? Is
I don't know. It's just Christopher's trying to figure it out, and it's like slow, dude.
bummer.
So annoying.
Okay, maybe just one of those things where just
Yeah.
let it run and let it update overnight if you have to.
Yeah. But there's something wrong with it, the computer, obviously, you know?
Yeah, hard to say. It could. I know it sounds weird, but it could be. It might not even be your computer or anything you guys are doing. It could also be your internet provider. They could be doing some like weird throttling. Sometimes they do weird things like that. Yeah.
We pay a shit ton of money.
No. Sometimes that's a reality. But just let it. Just let it. You know, it's okay if you don't want to play night. It's fine. If you can't, just let it run, and then we can try playing like tomorrow or Saturday or something.
Alright, sounds good. Sorry about
That's right. Tell Chris to just let it download, let it do its thing, and then tell him to hop back on.
that. Alright.
I'll put you back.
I'll tell him.
Is Allie gonna join you?
I don't know.
Text her.
I think
Where is
so.
she? She was like putting.
I texted her. I don't know. She said she's gonna be on late. Did you wake Allie up or something?
Hold on. Can't hear anything. Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
Bear's here.
Did Jamie drag you into here?
As long as we're not on stream, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Where's Chris at?
He's, I don't know. I texted him, but he's upstairs. I ain't going
Okay.
upstairs. Yeah, I texted him like to join. You saw it.
And so, oh, this actually even offers mobility. So this gives me the best precision and control, which is probably helpful for recoil. Which I'm almost curious if, with this, I wonder if I can do penetration rounds. Because right now, with penetration rounds, it's just the recoil's too freaking wild. This literally has the same precision control, just increased. Wait, what? Oh, mobility goes up. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how does that work. Green means more of, so more mobility. That's cool. Yeah, might as well just get used to this. Penetration. seems fine. Yeah, I was worried. Let's see. So none of these suppressors offer any better, like, control and stuff? If I do this, though, it'll be like hanging a big neon sign around my neck. This would definitely it would increase precision and control. So these do the same, it just costs less. So was that just a benefit of mastering a weapon? You get like more out of this. Hello.
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 Hello, jumping.
I'm stuck in this. I'm lost in the Costco. Costco. Which city was in?
Oh,
It was around you, wasn't it? Was it Folsom?
yeah.
Costco Folsom.
Folsom Costco.
She goes, Folsom Costco, and he goes,
And
Folsom
I can't get
Folsom
out.
Costco. Like, I can't. I've been stuck in here for hours.
Oh, I need to find that right now.
How do I even search that?
Wait.
Send it.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, let me send it to you right now. Wholesome
Bro.
Costco.
Look what I just fucking stumbled on.
What?
So I was trying to find it, right? So I just went to YouTube and typed in "stuck in Folsom Costco," and there's a news video. This worker dies after getting stuck in underground tank at Sacramento Costco gas station.
What? An underground tank, like at the part people fill up gas. How did he get down there?
I don't know, man.
Ugh.
No, I guess it was under construction.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm I'm trying out. I'm switching to the piercing rounds on the M14. I'm just gonna see how that. I know it's a little bit crazier penetration, but I was just playing around with it in the firing range, and I think now that after a few weeks of just playing with this gun, like, and just learning how it works, I think I might be able to do okay with it. Because if that's the case, it's like, when you when you're playing, it's like you miss somebody, but they're behind cover. Like they're saying it should like do damage and stuff.
Folsom Costco.
Folsom Costco.
Hello.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going back to the war tapes. David says it's better for like hearing like footsteps and like directional like explosions and stuff. Whoa, what the fuck was that? It got damaged.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. We drive the forklift. Folsom Costco. I like going this way. Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on.
What is that?
Hold on 1 second. Okay, revive me. Sorry, I had to close something like an idiot.
Hey, stay with me.
Get balls. Okay. We'll move up this way. Is somebody up there? Oh.
Yeah.
Take care of these dudes
Come on.
that are up here. Might be able to get a dude. Oh, I got a hit on that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving up a little bit. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's what that red is. It's their fucking,
Yeah.
Oh, to left. Somebody just shot me. Yep, like 28 meters. Right here. Watch your left, yeah. Oh, I just died fast.
Oh, I died.
Who got you?
Same guy. Is that another one there? Coming our way?
Yep.
Come on.
Okay. Let's push up a little bit. Get on the pipes.
Let me heal. Oh, right.
Coming from behind, shooting me, yep.
Shit. On me.
Oh shit.
Behind you.
Fuck! Medic! I need a fucking medic!
Yeah, teammate just ran right by
I
me.
need a medic!
Oh, this is looking bad. We don't have any damn medics, do we?
I'm bleeding out! Medic!
Shit, we can't even take this part.
Oh my gosh. I'm surrounded.
Fuck! I'm bleeding out! Medic!
Yo, where is the rest of the fucking team?
Dude, it's just us. It's just
Dude,
us
they're
four
just
against these-
fucking sitting back sniping. Oh, right here, right here, right here, right here. Fuck. Need a revive.
I'm fucking in! Let's go!
Moving up. Oh shit, to the left, to the left.
Where left?
Like 210-ish. 20 meters.
I need a fucking medic!
Yeah, why is the health going down so quick? What's going on?
I don't know.
Let's move!
On the water tower.
Medic!
Oh, I need revive. Get a chance.
Down. Directly to the right.
Watch out. Oh, fucking tank just got me.
I'm bleeding out! Medic! Need a medic! Fuck! Need a medic!
Oh shit.
I need a medic!
Oh shit, I'm down.
Need a medic!
Push, push, push.
I need a fucking medic! Fuck! Medic! I'm fucking hit!
Get on point, get on point.
I just died in the last second trying to get my teammate.
Yeah, look at that.
Come on, let's go.
I'm bleeding out! Medic!
There we go. There's a sniper out there that got me. Hold on.
Yeah. Gonna after you. Again, taking shots, taking shots. I'm down, right?
Oh my gosh, I got a headshot on a guy, dude.
Medic!
Oh, I have my
I'm fucking hit! Need a medic!
Stir up your cryo tank.
Contact! Enemy Vic!
down the tank in front of you. Okay, explosive.
Right now, you have the voltage
Left side, left side.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll see if I can get to you. Stay alive.
Medic! Let's move! Need ammo! I'm fucking dry!
Damn it, I don't have any ammo, man. Fuck, where's the support at, man?
Who's got ammo? Fuck! Medic!
Oh shit, right hand side. 30 meters out. Down.
Away from the peak.
I need a medic!
Dude, where is the medics at, man? Oh, here we go. That one guy. Fuck. That's his shit. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's what happens when you don't have a team that works as a team, huh? I mean, if you look, there was like a good almost like a quarter of the team was just like in the back sniping people like it was some fucking team deathmatch. Let's just end it here tonight.
Yeah.
And then try again. Maybe tomorrow or something.
That's good to
Yeah.
Agreed. Alrighty.
Alright. I will talk to you guys later.
See you, bud.
Well, alright, let's go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. Not a bad stream, right? Got to play some Mario, that Undake 30 same game. That was fun. That Japanese exclusive, really cool. Really fun. We played a little bit of Battlefield 6. Some technical difficulties, but hey, still kind of fun. Well, tomorrow's Halloween. Probably won't. Maybe late at night we can stream. We'll see. But enjoy the rest of your night, you guys. Enjoy your Friday. Have a good Halloween if we don't see each other. Again, maybe depending on how tomorrow goes, could stream. If not, probably Saturday. But thank you guys for being here. I always appreciate it. Thank you, Cody, for stopping by. Thank you, Nate. Mason, thank you for being here too, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for modding. Always appreciate that. But again, yeah, I always appreciate you guys showing up, lurking, you know, just putting an effort to have the stream open. I'm thankful for that. All right, y'all.